Okay, prediction time. You can bet your burqa that Sharia creep in the West is only going to intensify in the years ahead. I also predict that Sharia creep is going to manifest itself in the most unlikely places, aided and abetted by liberal apologists who serve as useful idiots for the very people who despise their Western values. Case in point, a Georgia couple has teamed up with the U.S. Civil Liberties Union to sue the state of Georgia over the couple's proposed surname for their infant. The surname they want for their daughter is Allah, even though the mother's surname is Handy and the father's surname is Walk. The state of Georgia isn't saying the child's first name or middle name cannot be Allah. It's just that under state law, a child is required to take the surname of one of the parents. Those are the rules. But instead of the parents compromising, they're going to court saying the state is in violation of the First and 14th Amendments. Now, the ostensible reason why the couple want to give their daughter this surname of Allah is because this moniker is, quote, noble. But again, they could have included Allah as one of the child's given names and it would have been mission accomplished. But no, when pressed why Allah must be the daughter's surname, here's what the father, Bilal Walk, had to say to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Quote, simply put, we have a personal understanding that we exercise in regards to the names. It is nothing that we want to go into detail about because it is not important. What is important is the language of the statute and our rights as parents, end quote. Now, wait a second here. On one hand, Papa is saying the unspoken reason for the Allah surname is unimportant, yet by the same token, it's important enough to launch litigation against the state of Georgia. So what gives? Some other notables with regard to this case. For example, Georgia does allow for surnames that are in accordance with a bona fide cultural naming convention. But the surname Allah doesn't meet the cultural benchmark proviso, given that followers of the Islamic faith are actually forbidden from naming their children Allah. Another complication is that the couple has a 3-year-old son named Masterful Allah. Yeah, Masterful Allah. But apparently receiving the Allah surname in this case wasn't a precedent, but rather an error that needs to be corrected. Regardless, Mama Handy would like to see this whole naming mess cleared up ASAP because she's already pregnant with child number 3 and she wants that bambino to bear the Allah surname too. Wow. Things must be going so well for this couple, eh? Having all these kids, being in a position to launch a lawsuit. Well, actually, no. One of the reasons they're pressing forward with getting their daughter's surname certified is that until they accomplish this, the daughter remains ineligible for Medicaid and food stamps. Yeah, that's right. This family is dependent upon state welfare, and they are fighting the state because they don't want to follow the rules of the state. The money, yeah, sure, they'll take. The rules everyone else has to follow, not so much. And in the meantime, they're bringing more babies into the world that they apparently can't financially support without state assistance. If this isn't the very definition of unreasonable accommodation, then I don't know what is. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw, then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.